Alright, what is going on, my dudes? We are back here today to look at Captain Britain, the newest purple-haired mutant to be added to the game. The previous ones were Psylocke and also Jubilee. Now we got another one. We got Captain Britain coming to the game, right? Now, there hasn't been much content on Captain Britain. My buddy Brendan, BMcG on YouTube, he pulled her as a 6-star, took her up to rank 3, has been enjoying her quite a bit, made some content on her. Go check her out if you want, on his channel, and she does some pretty cool stuff. But this is a video, I got a little sidetracked by Karina's and everything, and her embargo lifted. And I was like, whatever, we'll just do the next one. But this is a video that I wanted to make for a while because I think that she has a really, really cool interaction with her kit here. So the way that she works is very simple. I think I'm going to make another quick video as well, just like the quick, damage showcase and rotation and all that BS, right? Like I always do against just like generic opponents, right? But this is going to be a video like where you want to use this lady, okay? Because there are some cool places where she really shines for real. But basically what you do is you use your special one and you enter psionic mode, and at that point your last medium, your second medium is going to put a slow debuff on, your first light and exhaustion, or is it is it exhaustion? I don't remember, but you get a debuff on your first light and on your heavy attack as well, okay? So you use a special attack again and these get purified and you gain prowess. However, whenever a debuff is purified off the opponent, you gain an indefinite passive prowess. Oh, okay. So I think you probably know what this video is going to be about, okay? We're going to be showing you a lot of Shrugging champions today, with both the 5-star and the 6-star Captain Britain. Up first, this is a freaking powerhouse fight. Captain Britain versus Kingpin might be one of my favorite matchups in the game, okay? This is power shield and some other crap as well. Don't worry about that, all right? But what's going to be really important here is the interaction when Kingpin enters his overpower mode. Now, why? Because he's going to purify 8 debuffs, dude. 8 of them. 8! Okay? So what does that mean? 8 prowess. That's pretty decent, all right? So right away, you can see even when he purifies, the stun, we gain a prowess, right? So we're just taking it a little slow here, a little safe. There's energize. He's gaining a lot of power, right? Boom, we're up to 10 prowess right now. We're up to 10. Now, every time, right, we place a debuff on him, he might shrug it off into a rage. It's been like 20 seconds, and we're up to 12 prowess against this guy. Now, keep in mind, we also have, look at that, 21. 21, watch this, just watch. Now, of course, there's also power shield here, but we killed him before the special 2 even got to finish, man. Right? So you're probably being like, all right, man, cool. So yeah, he shrugged debuffs, but power shield made you hit 400% higher, you stupid idiot. Like, that doesn't even count, you stupid head. That's probably what you're saying right now, right? How about we take a look at this? This is probably my favorite fight in the video. Destructive feedback, evolutionary advantage, all this other crap, right? Destructive feedback is like, yeah, there's going to be times when, we can't really do damage. But that's okay, because it's going to happen. The damage is going to happen afterwards, right? So, Daredevil Hell's Kitchen is he's like an annoying defender. He isn't necessarily hard per se, but he's annoying, right? Because he shrugs off all your debuffs. But we can kind of use that to our advantage here a little bit, because check it out, man. Check it out. He's going to shrug off these things. He's going to shrug off all the things. And what happens when he shrugs the things off? We're going to gain our things. Our things are prowess. So as you can see, just by naturally hitting him, we gain 5 prowess, right? And plus, if he shrugs off his rage debuff, we're going to gain prowess over there. And as you can see, those prowess, they're indefinite. They're indefinite. And we're up here at a full yellow bar, 100% health. And now, we're not hitting Cosmic Ghost Rider level special attacks. But she basically, does not crit on her basic attacks more often than not, 99% of the time. And more often than not, she crits on her special attacks. So you keep building these prowesses, and they're indefinite. They're indefinite. And then she really starts to hit hard as you go along, especially in the shrug matchups here, right? Where special 1, it's starting to hit pretty nicely, No synergies, no suicides or anything. She has the damage on Awakened, right? She gets a nice like bulwark passive when she is awakened, which is great. But she can do this damage unawakened. And as you can see, this Daredevil Hell's Kitchen has about like 400 and something thousand health, right? And we're just kind of ripping through him here, and we have 15 prowess at this point. And now I kind of want to go for a big special too. So it's like, what rotation should you go for? It's like, well, it doesn't really matter, right? You can keep spamming the special 1s, or you can go for the big special 2. You can even go for a nice special 3 if you want. But the damage really starts to ramp up, and I feel like her biggest issue with that is like her damage gets too big too fast, and then when it's finally up there, right, it finally goes from like 0 to 60 in these matchups, and then when it gets to 60, it's like, well, we spent all this time ramping up, and now the opponent is just dead. So we don't really get to like really take advantage of like the big special 2s now, you know? So it's kind of like a double-edged sword here. Like on one hand, I don't really want to spend all that time ramping up, and on the other hand, it's like, wow, she's doing really well now when she's ramped up. So it's like, unfortunately, you don't get to mess with it too much. So it's an interesting like problem to have here. But she's gonna have like similar interactions with like all these Shrugging champions. Like here we're in Act 6.1 something, right? We're gonna go with a 5-star. The 5-star Betsy here. Okay, let's check it out, because you know, smaller health pools, we'll go with the 5-star. We'll keep it fair. So Crossbones obviously likes to purify all these debuffs all the time, right? And every time he does that, we're gonna gain a prowess. Now, this is like one of those things where you can just kind of like mindlessly go about the fight and just like bait the special 1, don't have to worry about anything, right? Whenever he shrugs off a slow debuff, we're gonna gain an unstoppable, which is nice. And also whenever he shrugs off like our light attack exhaustion, right, we're gonna go ahead and gain a cruelty buff. If he shrugs off our heavy attack debuff, we're going to gain a fury buff, right? So our attack can get even higher, but we're going through this like kind of like not even parrying, because we can't really parry Crossbones. We can't really parry these Shrugging champions very often, right? To go for the heavy attack, that's definitely like, you know, one con to her damage against these, you know, these types of champions here, because the Furies definitely put in work for her damage. But even without them, I mean, like, check it out, dude. Just like ripping right through it, and like almost near guaranteed crits, like very high crit rate, you know, on these special attacks. We're gonna come and get to Korg here. This Korg is going to show you 2 things. So she's a really good Korg counter for a lot of reasons. Now, my main like line of thinking here for this rotation was I was gonna be like, hey, watch him shrug off all the debuffs with his rock stacks and everything. But also at the same time, when you're fighting Korg, you can really just ignore everything he does, because all of your attacks are energy based. So like you're never going to be taking Thorns damage back specifically from Korg, which is great, right? It's really great. And then if he's in his rock shield thing, right, and you have your psionic mode active, you can do a couple things, right? If you're trying to get an opening, first of all, if you have your bulwark passives, you're going to be taking hardly any block damage. Number 2, look at this. See, look at this. He's purifying all the stuff, and we're just gaining prowess effects, right? Pretty sweet. Pretty freaking sweet, you know? I'm trying to like give him more rock stacks, but he's just not going for it. We're gonna go for a special 2 here, right? Look at that, no crits, because we have Oscillate going on with that armor up. That unstoppable, super clutch, right? Saved us there after we got hit. So she's definitely got like a lot of really interesting things going on that counters the skill class very nicely. You know, I feel like all of the most annoying skill defenders, she like has something for. I think Kingpin being my favorite, the fact that he enters the overpower mode, dude, and just like gives us 8 prowess, and then he enters another one, and then we get 8 more. It's just crazy. It's just crazy the way that he does it, you know, the way that interacts. But yeah, this is like quick and easy. And look, we got the Unstoppable here, but we're going to use the Unstoppable to help us get an opening in conjunction with the passive Bulwark, which I think it's a very cool interaction there, you know? And this was, you know, there's also a life cycle here, so I think I just like kept this going just to see what I can do, but you get the point, right? She's good against Korg. Pretty cool. A lot of champs are good against Korg nowadays, but hey, she can do it. Up next, Agent Venom with no retreat, right? We're just going into like early Act 5 stuff, Act 6 here stuff, just to like, you know, see if she can do it, you know, see if she can do it effectively. And, you know, one thing is like, you know, she's not blitzing this stuff as fast as like Cosmic Ghost Rider or Hercules, right? Or like, you know, other mutant champions even. But she's doing it very effectively. And she's ending most of these fights like at 100% health and all of these were just like my first attempt in. Like, it wasn't like, oh, let me just keep going and get a good recording. Let me get into prep. No, it's like, this was like, I went in, I did it once, and if I didn't get a big crit on the special 2, oh well, this we're going in once. You know, I'm doing it one time. Just because she's reliable against these champs is essentially what I want to show you here. That against these shrugging champions or any lanes with tenacity, right? Like there's a lane in 6.4.6, tenacity lane. 6.3.3, there's a tenacity lane. There's always tenacity. This champion shrugs this off. This champion shrugs this off. Hey, you like the parry? Guess what? Not really, because we're going to shrug it off. There's that stuff all over the game. It's going to always be there. There's always going to be more tenacity lanes, and Captain Britain is going to be decent for that. Now, yeah, you can use your champions like Storm X and Bishop and White Magneto, who like turn those shrugged stuns into passives, or Omega Red, or Apocalypse, right? Who's not going to have that stun shrugged off, or Omega Red, the same thing, right? But this is like a different avenue of it where you're punishing that shrug, which I think is really cool. I think it's cool that the mutant class is punishing the skill class for shrugging. Now, this Mole Man's the last fight of the video. He has a lot of nodes going on here. Do not go gentle, oscillate as well. I'm gonna try my best to not trigger oscillate for most of the fight, so you can like really see like what the damage looks like for the most part against Mole Man. She's decent against Mole Man. Mole Man might be my least favorite shrugger to fight with Captain Britain. She's like fine for him, but the only thing is, it's like, you know, the main advantage is like, you know, they shrug and you are, you know, take advantage over it. However, Mole Man, he has only a 30% chance to shrug against mutants. So mutants are super powerful against Mole Man, and like, you know, she's fine for him, right? Like, she's fine, she could do it, and he definitely shrugs occasionally, right? But do we go for a heavy attack here? Do we? Yeah, nice, get the weakness. So yeah, he definitely shrugs, right, occasionally, but essentially, he's not shrugging as much as Kingpin, as much as Daredevil, Hell's Kitchen, as much as, you know, Agent Venom, as much as Crossbones, who, like, you really rip those guys apart. Also, keep in mind here, there's Oscillate, so right now he has the armor rating, and also, he's, you know, this fight's going on a little bit longer because we have to respect the Oscillate. There's 15 seconds where you can't really hit him, especially Mole Man, where he'd go into Frenzy, right? Here we got the, is it Foresight, right? Foresight we got. So yeah, we're trying not to trigger Foresight, but at this point, we have pretty much 10 do not go gentle charges up on us. So we're gonna see now if we can close out this fight a little fancy like, right? If we can get rid of all of those, go for a nice big special 2. All right, let's see if we can do it. We're gonna go ahead and bait out a special 1 first, and then we're gonna see if we can close out this fight in a pretty nice way. Let's go for some nice intercepts right here. Boom, 2, 3, 4, 5. Special 2 intercept with the Foresight. And then do not go gentle. We got 1 more. So he's at 1% health. Gotta get rid of that thing. But yeah, I think you get the point, right? So she is pretty decent. Right? I think I have some more ideas for her. I want to make like a sensational synergy video for her, test her out as a horseman, right? I'll probably put up like a little 5-minute video like, hey, you pulled Captain Britain, that's really cool. Here's what she can do against like non-shrugging champs, 5-star and 6-star. If you like her, rank her up. So yeah, I'll probably make that video as well. I'll just upload it probably later today. I already recorded the footage, so I don't know why I'm saying maybe. I'll get it up later today. But she's pretty cool, and there's been like no videos on her, and even I was like, I'm gonna skip this one, but I'm not gonna skip this one because she's cool. She's a champion who you have to look a little bit deeper under the hood to see her value. When you get her and you just like throw her into a battle, she's not gonna crit. You're not gonna know what's going on, right? You're gonna like start being sparkly after the special 1. You're gonna be saying to yourself, hey, what's going on? Why am I sparkly? You're sparkly because you're entering psionic mode. That's what that sparkle is. It's pretty cool. You get like the butterfly in your face, right? So at that point, you put the debuffs on, you get rid of them, right? Chain the special 1, get the debuffs. Pretty cool stuff, right? On her damage just scales and scales and scales. So I can see in the future something like Grandmaster's Gauntlet, that type of content, there being like a big shrugging champ with like 1.5 million health in there, right? I could see her being like super good for that because she's going to end up at like 40, 50, 60 prowess eventually. costing probably like 200 something K special twos. So I feel like right now we're not seeing like the best places for Captain Britain, but I can definitely see her value in the future. Also, her special one's like annoying to Dex. I could see her having some value in Battlegrounds, right? So who knows, man? If you're super into like Battlegrounds right now, she could be decent for you if you picked her up. I know that, like my buddy Brendan, he posted some Battleground gameplay with Captain Britain, so go check it out if you're interested in that. But that's it for this one. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop your boy a big ol' like. Comment what you think about Captain Britain in the comment section below, and make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss that Horseman Sensational Synergies Captain Britain video coming to you. I haven't started that one yet. It might suck and I might not make it. I don't know, but I'll be seeing you around.